Welcome back to Kaya's in nail school. Yay! Finally was able to get some actual in-school content for y'all. These last 2 days we have been trying to put tips on our friend Stiffy here. Yes, her name is Stiffy. No, I did not choose that. Yesterday I was having the worst time trying to get the middle finger to get on there, but it's on there now and I'm cutting it into a stiletto. And as you can see, girl, it was about to take me out. Why was it ever flying around like this? About to take out my damn eye. But alas, we prevail, okay? I got them cut and here I am shaping them. So what we had to do was practice putting on the tips and then practice shaping the tips. So we actually had to do 5 different shapes on each finger. I went with almond, coffin, stiletto, squoval, and square, but she also had lipstick up there too, which I've never done before. Speaking of things I've never done before, because this is way before my damn time, we actually did nail wraps. We had fiberglass option and silk option, and I chose the fiberglass because I thought it would be a little bit easier. I really wouldn't know. I didn't do silk, so I can't really give y'all which one is easier, but I did fiberglass. Again, y'all, this is my very first time doing this. I am not a professional. I'm gonna try to explain this to the best of my ability. But basically, all we really had to do was peel the fiberglass off the backing, stick it to the nail, and you're kind of just shellacking it or gluing it on there. Shellac? Who the fuck am I feeling like? Shellac? You're gluing it on there, okay? The resin that comes with the system is basically just like a really super loose nail glue, which you're about to see me putting on right here. You're gonna take that resin and you're gonna cover up the whole piece of wrap that you put on the nail. And it's okay if the nail wrap comes over the free edge, because once this is hardened, you're gonna be able to file it off with your nail file after. So in order to cure the resin you just put down, you're gonna use this activator, but my teacher told me to make sure that you clean the activator brush in the brush cleaning solution so the resin you just touched doesn't get stuck to the brush. But here I am putting on the activator, and then you're gonna see in the following clips, I'm gonna go back over it again with resin, and then I'm gonna go over it again with activator. Miss Michelle, our teacher, actually told us to do that 3 times, so I did it 3 times. You do wanna make sure that you're putting on enough coats because this has to be durable. This is something that's used for people who might have something like a small chip or a fracture in their natural nail. Kind of think of this as like a nail band-aid, if you will. But because I also had a little bit of overlap for the piece of fiberglass that I used over the free edge, here I am just kind of shaping it back up to be stiletto. Once I was happy with how it looked, I was ready to move on to the next step, which is just buffing out the surface. You do not want to use an actual abrasive or a nail file on that because you're just going to scratch off all the work. So she told us to just use a medium grade buffer block just to smooth out the top surface of the nail, and then you would be ready for enhancements or polish. And speaking of enhancements, we should be moving on to that tomorrow. But this is the result of my nail wrap for a first time. I think it's not too shabby. But I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow to do some acrylic. Bye!